Hello, brothers and sisters. I come to you this evening with a heavy heart. My youngest son, who is 23 years old, just took his life. Now, as a human being, I couldn't comprehend at first. It's a whirlwind of emotions, and because of my prior training, I knew to look out for that. It's been 8 days now. I can honestly say the first 2 days were absolute hell. I couldn't catch my breath. I couldn't think straight. What a nightmare. Your own son decides, right? It's a decision to take a fentanyl overdose and consequently had a heart attack. He became unconscious. Paramedics did their job. They arrived. But he'd already gone too long without oxygen. What's so strange, brothers and sisters? This is not new to my family. My little sister, at the age of 16, was in a terrible car accident, and she too lost oxygen for enough time for brain damage to be so severe that my mom and I, and at the time my stepdad, whom I love dearly, took care of her. We took care of my little sister in a comatose, they call it vegetative state, for upwards of 8 years. How ironic. I follow my mommy's footsteps to the T. What I mean by that is, in retrospect, I see how we both did not value ourselves as little girls. I see now how we both married other human beings that were lost. No blame, just they were in their own human condition and come from abusive families and were just lost. And so we only know what we know. The patterns are repeated. Ancestral lines are forces at play here. I mean, you might come from a long line of just people who are negative thinkers or alcoholics or drug abusers, or just basically the bottom line is never appreciated their own life and what they've been given. And what I mean by as what you've been given, right? What is that? Well, what I've learned is you are not your body. Your body can go through hell if you let it. Your soul is eternal. Please know this. I didn't know this. Had to learn it. I come from a medical background, so I have a scientific point of view on everything. Once I started studying quantum physics, you start realizing, oh, there's not much difference between the spiritual thinking and quantum physics thinking. And what I mean by that is, once you can marry the two, you can relax. That's what it meant for me. Again, what I mean by that is everything is a vibration. And because we're born of free will, right? We get to direct that. You're the captain of your own ship. Your ship is your body. You have trillions. That's not an exaggeration. You have trillions of sentient beings that live inside your body, not to mention outside. That's the way the universe works, people. These sentient beings inside of you, the reason why I can use the word sentient is because they possess all of those qualities. They have respiration, they have excretion, they have absorption, right? They eat, they feed. They're sentient beings. They control your immune system. They control your lymphatic system. They control the vibrational system of how your cells are intaking information. You're a receiver. Your body is literally a receiver to the universe. You literally can dial the channel and tune into stuff. You can tune into an anxiety and further hurt yourself and cause disease, which is a choice. Or you can turn the knob just a little more and dial into another station, right? Another frequency. Literally, that's how it works. Who knew? Mind-blowing, right? All it takes is an adjustment in your perception. I know for a fact, if my son would have died like 15 or 20 years ago, I would have been a mess. You probably wouldn't have been able to scrape me off the floor. It's because of my training that I realize he actually didn't go anywhere. His vibration is right here, always has been. Some people call this a meat suit. I'm not kidding. I just heard that term the other day and I couldn't believe it. It sounds so impersonal. It's kind of yucky, but if you think about it, that's what it is. It's temporary. All of this is temporary. It's my meat suit that I get to occupy with my soul, and I agreed to it. I may not remember that, but you do. You agree to it. You sign up for it. You say, I need to learn thus and so. You come here on earth. You incarnate as a human being or something else. But your soul is trying to learn something. That's why you're here. You either learn it or you don't. That's the cool thing about free will. You always have that choice. I'm going to learn and move on or not. I don't care. I don't want to learn. You actually have that choice too. It's all good. It's all good. Point is, at what point do you finally say, just maybe there's a little bit higher purpose here? Meaning, I'm supposed to explore and enjoy? Hello. Yeah. If we totally are of the same, if all of us are from the same vibration, right? We have human constructs where we draw boundaries, right? We have boundaries and labels for everything, including races and where you come from and boundaries of where you live. And we draw lines and boundaries on everything. But if you can rise above that in your heart and realize there really is no such thing, we actually are of the same vibration, then the separateness, the feeling of poor me, or the feeling of no one gets me, or I'm separate and somehow, kind of dissolves because you realize you were wrong. We are truly from the same vibration. If you understand quantum physics, which I've studied a long time, you will figure out that light and sound are exactly the same thing. It's just a matter of frequency. And solids, meaning you and I, anything that you can see, a solid, is exactly the same thing. It's just a different end of that spectrum of frequency, right? One's vibrating higher frequency than the other. Solid is solid, sound is sound, light is light, but it's all frequency and it is all exactly the same thing. It's just to what degree. Every time you take a breath, you're breathing in light and plasma. Have you thought about that? Why do you think when you breathe in, your red blood cells become redder? You're breathing in light. And when you pair that with intention, meaning reverence, gratitude, love, like really loving, for actually like thankful for being here. Thank you for giving me this meat suit to explore and have fun as a human being while I'm here. Because it might be my only chance. I don't know. But you gave me that chance. You gave that chance to be a human being I mean, I might be another entity somewhere else sometime. But to put on your resume, come on. I got to be a human being on Earth one time. I heard psychics say that there's actually a lot of souls out there who wish to do that. So the fact that you're here, you already won the lottery, my friend. Do you get that? If you look at it that way, about all the souls in the universe who are vying, I want the Earth assignment. I want to see what it's like to be human. And you got the assignment and you're just pissing it off? Really? Perspective, my friend. Right? You already won the lottery. All you gotta do is act like it. Right? In other words, gratitude. I started out saying my son died 8 years ago. Yet I have a grin on my face. My heart wants to cry so bad. In fact, when I pause this or turn this video off, I probably will. But I also have another side of me that says, nope. Just because your son chose not to see the light or the beauty and stuff doesn't mean it was all bad. I don't even think I'm talking right now. I think it's coming through me right now because I'm just letting go and letting it flow. I think he was here to teach me something bigger and I just didn't know it. I was a troubled soul my whole life. My son and I were kindred spirits. We talked about everything, especially in the spiritual world. We were both into this kind of stuff. We promised each other that whoever went first, we would contact one another. I can honestly say I haven't seen a sign of it. It pains me terribly because he promised me. I don't see it yet. But I also know that if I calm down and relax, that it will come in time. Because I also know that our emotions, right, this human thing we got going on, tends to block everything. That's natural. Once we settle down and can get out of our thinking and relax and, again, breathe, you get out of the way and things flow again. That's the bottom line. And I know that, so I'm trying my best to be patient. I keep asking Nico to contact me. But I know that it can take some time. Because I also got the message that, just like here, it's a skill. When you lose a loved one, don't get frustrated. They have to learn how to contact you too, right? It's a new skill on that side. How do I get them to know it's me? How do I do this correctly so it's just too dismissive? I mean, they have to learn how to vibrate on a level that we perceive, right? And I know that. I've been studying it for years now. So, paradox, right? Here I am, a Reiki teacher, teaching all of you how to handle your emotions. And now I'm faced with asking for your prayers and help. I love you, brothers and sisters. I mean the best for you. I wish to help you on your journey. That's my purpose. And it didn't work out with my son. And for that, I'm not sure how to digest that. I'm really not. But I do know that if I trust and I keep working on what I'm doing, I will get past this. Okay? Just will. I love you so much.